to please turn on your videos so that we can maintain the cohesiveness of our session. I would also request you all to please keep your audios on mute so that there are no disturbances. If you have any questions or queries throughout the session, you can put them in the chat box and we'll take them as we go through our session. Ma'am, we shall begin. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Anviksha. Thank you so much for your lovely words and kind words. And I welcome all of you who have taken out their precious time and they are here to learn about EFT. I request all of you to please turn on your videos and feel free to be in this session. Try, like, my idea is to make it more experiential, so it will be really good. Like, I have met some of you before. I have met some of you in the other webinar, in the drama intervention webinar. So yeah,
Yes.
I remember some of you very nicely. So please turn on your videos. And just before we begin, and start talking about EFT, just tell me in one word and go with your first thought, okay? So in this session, in this 1 hour of this webinar, the one thing which I request from all of you is that rely on your first thought, okay? Anything that comes to you first, try to rely on that, and don't analyze, judge, or categorize it into good or bad, right or wrong, big or small. We will do this session which is beyond these kind of categorizations, okay? So be here with your first thoughts, and whatever it is, just say it bang on, okay? So in one word, I request all of you to just tell me, how do you feel in this moment? Or maybe you can just type it, and it can be very in very small word, good, bad, mad, glad, bad, anything. So all of you, I see we have lots of people here. We have Akansha, Astha, we have Amit. Please turn on your videos, guys. It would be really nice. We have Ishika, we have Princey, Shantani. Okay, I got some responses. Relaxed, excited, tensed. Manisha is tensed. Okay, why are you tensed, Manisha? Okay, happy, peace, stressed. Hansika is stressed. Okay, calm, joyful, great, content, lovely, lovely. Happy and excited to know my emotions. Sugandhi, great, happy, cool. That's really good. So, what we are going to learn today, exhausted and tired. Vardhana is exhausted and tired. Okay, hang in there. You might feel less exhausted after this, you know. So, I'll just start sharing my screen 1 second. Okay. Can you see the screen, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay. Just a second. Anviksha, can I change this setting to active speaker video? Just a second. I'm trying to do this. Okay. Okay. Can you also see me?
Yes, ma'am, we can.
You can? Okay. Okay. So as we understand the name EFT, it's called Emotional Freedom Technique. Okay. So even though it's called Emotional Freedom Technique, I want all of you to know that this is not just used for emotional issues, it is used for all kinds of issues. Anything that we deal with, anything which creates a sense of uneasiness within our system, will qualify as a thing to be worked upon by EFT. Okay. So I was initially thinking of going with the history and everything, but I will take that in the last. And I will begin with a small activity and with a demo. Okay. So I welcome all of you, and I request all of you to volunteer and be active for this demo. You will love it. I hope you love it. So I request all of you to just sit in a very relaxed position and just simply close your eyes. Close your eyes, take a slow, deep, long breath, and breathe into the center of your body, wherever you feel the center is. Focus on your breath and relax yourself. Relax your head, relax your shoulders, your hands. Feel this energy going through your entire body and ground yourself in this moment. Tell yourself that I'm putting all my guards down. I'm willing to receive whatever might come my way. I ground myself and I put my guards down. Breathe in clean, clear light and energy into the center of your body again. And as you feel relaxed, please open your eyes. Okay? Okay. So tell me, all of you, I have a question for all of you. If there might be a lot of issues that we all deal with on a day-to-day basis, okay? That's like, it's not one, it's many. We deal with a lot of things that goes on in our head. If I give you all an option of working on one issue, which is a priority to you, okay, which is a priority and you will want to solve it on a priority basis. So tell me your first thought. Don't go into the analysis of it. Tell me your first thought. What comes to you first? What do you want to work on right now in this moment? And type down in a very brief way. Okay, emotional independence. Okay. Disturbed routine, anger. Okay. Okay. Keep typing. Okay. 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 Ashna has written myself. Ashna, can you elaborate a little? I understand myself, but what aspect of you would you like to work on? Myself as a whole. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. 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 Emotions. Hansika is saying emotions. Hansika, can you say what emotions? Can you name any emotion? Impulsivity. Okay. Okay. Anger. A lot of people have anger. 3-4 people said anger. Okay. Vardhana says exhausted and tired, and Vardhana also says exam, I guess. Yes. Okay. Okay. As a whole, techniques to control anger. Okay. Okay. Overthinking behavior. All right. All right. Vardhana, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So, first tell me, would you like to volunteer and would you like to work? Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. क्योंकि मैम बहुत ज्यादा सुबह से, क्योंकि सुबह हमारे क्वेश्चन पेपर आ जाता है तो काफी मतलब माइंड में बहुत कुछ चल रहा है कि क्या लिखें क्या ना लिखें, और कल मॉर्निंग तक हमें सबमिट भी करना है तो बहुत कुछ चल रहा है। तो मैम ये एक मूड है कि एक तो नई चीज सीखेंगे और बल्कि माइंड रिफ्रेश भी हो जाएगा।
Okay, okay. So,
आई वांट
so
टू
I
कंटिन्यू।
I I request all of the participants. Vardhana is okay to work with us. I request all of you to hold space for her and make her feel that this is a safe space and she can work on herself in front of all of you. So she's putting that kind of faith on all of the participants here, and I request all of you to just observe and hold space for her. Okay. And while I work
थैंक
with
यू मैम।
while I work with you, Vardhana, I might
यस मैम।
since there people are here to learn also, I might give them a little bit of instruction in between, but don't bother yourself with that.
यस मैम।
Okay?
यस।
Feel free.
थैंक यू मैम।
This is your safe space. Feel very free and okay. So you saying you have an exam and you're feeling very stressed. Is that right?
यस मैम, टायर्ड। यस मैम।
Okay. Tell me what is more, like your tiredness, or what is more, what emotion is troubling you more regarding this exam?
मैम एक्चुअली कंफ्यूजन कह सकते हैं कि बहुत ये है कि क्या करें एग्जैक्टली क्योंकि क्वेश्चंस भी मतलब ऐसे हैं, क्योंकि होम बेस्ड एग्जाम्स चल रहे हैं हमारे। ये हमारा पीरियोडिकल एग्जाम है
Okay.
और मैम मेरे क्लासमेट्स भी अटेंड कर रहे हैं ये
Okay.
वेबिनार। यस मैम। सो मैम काफी कुछ है, मतलब एक पर्टिकुलर इमोशन कोई वर्ड नहीं मिल रहा है एक्सप्रेस
Okay.
करने के लिए।
So even your classmates can work with you if they are feeling stressed.
यस मैम, सुगंधी, हंसिका एंड प्रिंसी।
So you all can also parallelly work with yourselves. Okay. And Vardhana, if you are you holding your phone?
यस मैम।
I request you to keep it in front of you so that your hands are free. Take your
मैम आई एम सिटिंग ऑन बेड, सो कुछ रखने के लिए नहीं है फिर फोन।
can you get something, a book or something, just in front of which you can keep your phone and your hands can be free. I just want your hands to be free.
ओके मैम। मैम जस्ट 1 सेकेंड।
Sure, sure. And get water. Oh, she went. All right. Who all are having exams with Vardhana? So,
So
Sugandhi.
we have four: Sugandhi, Princey, Hansika, and Vardhana.
Ma'am, my body is aching.
Okay, body is aching.
I have
Okay,
not slept well. 6 hours sleep.
okay, okay,
यस मैम, एक्चुअली यही हो रहा है हमारे साथ इशू कि वो इतना लेंदी होता है तो बस लिखते ही जा रहे हैं लिखते जा रहे हैं, तो
okay,
ऐसा हो रहा है।
okay. So, is it true with you also? Are you also feeling a body ache as well?
मैम मी वर्धना।
Yeah, yeah.
यस मैम एक्चुअली।
Okay, so it's that stressful that it's become a pain also. Okay, okay.
यस मैम।
Okay, so tell me, Vardhana, I want you to just relax yourself, okay? And tell me your first thought when I ask this question, okay? The fact, listen to me carefully, and I request
यस मैम।
all the others to be on mute right now, okay? And only Vardhana to be on an unmute position. Everyone else, please be mute and hold space for her. And you guys can work with her as well, okay? So, Vardhana, tell me,
यस मैम।
the fact that your exams are going on and
यस
the
मैम।
fact that it's making you feel tired and your body aches, how do you feel about it? How do you feel about this particular stage in your life where you are feeling exhausted, tired? Just tell me the first thought in your mind.
Ma'am, first thought would be like my hand stopped working. Like at the point, I try to stop. Like अब नहीं करना, अब बहुत हो गया है. But ma'am, we have to do actually eventually.
The
Yes.
fact that your hands stop working,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
fact that it is so much that your hands stop working, how does that make you feel in that very moment when your hands stop working? What is the first thing, first emotion that comes within you?
Ma'am, like I should stop here.
I should stop here. The fact, so I should stop here is a thought. Okay,
Yes,
Vandana?
ma'am.
So,
Yes, ma'am.
so it's a thought, and the fact that this is a thought that comes to you when you stop writing, there's a voice which tells you, I should stop here. Okay,
Hmm.
the
Yes,
fact
ma'am.
the fact that you feel the need to stop, the fact that you have that urge to stop, how does that
Yes, ma'am.
make you feel deep within?
मैम आई डोंट हैव वर्ड्स टू एक्सप्रेस एक्चुअली कि मतलब ये होता है कि अब लिखे हम मॉर्निंग से हमारा 8:30 पेपर आ जाता है तो उसके बाद हम पहले रिसर्च वगैरह करते हैं मटेरियल कलेक्ट करते हैं उसमें बहुत लंबा मतलब सबसे ज्यादा टाइम मटेरियल कलेक्ट करने में हमें लगता है और फिर मैम उसके बाद जब लिखते हैं बहुत ज्यादा लिखते जाते हैं और वो एक सैचुरेशन पॉइंट आ जाता है कि लाइक अब नहीं लेकिन मैम वो मजबूरी है कि हमें करना है और लिमिटेड टाइम में ही करना है
So when you say majburi,
यस
majburi
मैम
is helplessness. मजबूरी का
मैम
इंग्लिश हुआ हेल्पलेस.
इम्पोर्टेंट है कि मैम हमें करना ही करना है वो
आई
एग्जाम
अंडरस्टैंड, आई अंडरस्टैंड.
यस
आपने
मैम
जैसे भी बोला ना कि मजबूरी है. ओके,
यस मैम
सो आई एम जस्ट सेइंग द इंग्लिश वर्ड ऑफ मजबूरी.
ओके
I'm just saying the English word, which is helplessness. You feel
यस
helpless
मैम
because you have to write, and there's no way, no other way about it, right?
यस मैम
So does that resonate? Is it right? When you say that it's so much that it makes you feel helpless. Is that right?
यस मैम यस मैम
Is that right? Okay, okay. And tell me your first thought. When I say first thought, when I say first feeling, just close your eyes and listen to yourself and go with your impulse. Okay, go with your impulse. Tell me the first thing that comes to you. Okay, okay. And if nothing comes, it's fine. You can tell me nothing is coming, it's fine. Okay, so on a scale of 0 to 10, Vardhana, if
यस मैम
if you would rate this helplessness, if you have to give an intensity of this helplessness that you feel, okay, what is the intensity on a scale of 0 to 10? Tell me your first thought.
मैम समवेयर बिटवीन 6 and 7
Choose one.
7
7. Okay, okay. So now you can see my hand.
यस मैम
I want you to bring your hand here and start tapping here. When I say tap, all of you can do this. When I say tap, you will not you don't touch it like feather, and you don't hit yourself as well. It is somewhere in between where you just feel the points, where you just feel your hand. Okay, so this is the hand from which we do karate, right? Ye karate hand. This is the karate chop point. Okay, so have you guys ever wondered how does this part of your hand, of a human's hand, get so much power that it can break bricks? So what happens is we have a lot of channels here. We have a lot of energy channels here. Okay, and I'll come into the explanation later, but I just gave a glimpse for you all to know that this part of your body does have some power, right? So start tapping here and repeat after me, Vardhana. Okay,
यस मैम
even though
even though
I feel helpless,
I feel helpless
even though
even though
my exam
my exam
make me feel helpless,
make me feel helpless
my hands stop,
my hands stop
I feel I can't write anymore,
I feel I can't write
I feel so helpless,
I feel so helpless
I feel so tired,
I feel so tired
I feel so exhausted,
I feel so exhausted
sometimes my body aches,
sometimes my body aches
It is really difficult for me.
It is really difficult for me.
If there is any word which doesn't resonate with you, you can correct me. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Yes,
Even
ma'am.
though
Even though
I feel so helpless,
I feel so helpless,
helpless at a scale of 7 on 10,
helpless at the scale of 7 of 10,
I still choose to
I still choose to
heal and integrate
heal and integrate
this part of me.
this part of me.
I still choose to
I still choose to
love and accept myself,
love and accept myself,
even though
even though
I feel helpless.
I feel helpless.
In which part of your body is this helplessness?
Ma'am, should I repeat this?
Answer.
Hand?
Hand. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So close your eyes, Vardhana,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
continue tapping. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Focus on your hands. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Focus on this helplessness in your hand. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
If this helplessness had a
Yes,
shape or a structure, what would it be? Any form, shape, or structure, what would it be?
ma'am. I don't know.
Okay. Keep your eyes closed. Focus on your hand. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Just focus on your hand. Focus on the energy in your hand. Okay. This helplessness which is residing in your hand.
Yes, ma'am.
Focus on the helplessness. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
If this helplessness had a color,
Yes, ma'am.
what would it be? Tell me your first thought. Okay.
Ma'am, gray.
Gray. Okay. Now, if this gray colored helplessness had a shape or a structure, if it had any, what would it be? And tell me your first thought.
Cloud.
Cloud. Okay. Okay. You can open your eyes. Even though
Even though
I feel helpless.
I feel helpless.
Gray cloud here on top of your head.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Top of your head, center.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you see? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Helplessness.
Helplessness.
Like a gray cloud here
Like a gray cloud.
on the edge of your eyebrow. Yes. 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 Like a gray cloud.
Like a gray cloud.
In my hand. Corner of
In
your eye.
my
In my hand.
in my hand.
Even though
Even though
I feel so helpless.
I feel so helpless.
Helplessness in my hand. Under the eye.
Helpless helplessness in my eyes. In my hand.
In my hand. Helplessness in my hand. Okay. 7 on 10 here.
7 on 10.
Helplessness in my hand.
Helplessness in my hand.
I still choose to
I still choose to
heal and integrate
heal and integrate
this helpless part of me.
this helpless part of me.
I still choose to
I still choose to
love and accept myself.
love and accept myself.
While tapping here, close your eyes. If this gray cloud,
If this gray cloud,
you just listen, okay, Vardhana?
okay, ma'am.
Okay. If this gray cloud had a voice, okay, if it had to say something to you, what would it be?
Ma'am, I'm not getting any sound or
Anything?
something.
Okay. Okay. So keep your eyes closed and just see, look at this gray cloud, okay? So this gray cloud in the form of helplessness is lying in your hand, right?
Yes, ma'am.
if it is lying there, Vardhana, it must be there for something, right? It
Yes, ma'am.
must be there because it wants to tell you something,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So just look at it, okay? Maybe it doesn't, maybe you were not aware of it. Maybe it was in the form of helplessness because you have seen this for the first time today, right?
Ma'am, no.
I'm just saying, close your eyes, just look at the gray cloud. Look at the gray cloud, okay? And just tell the gray cloud, repeat after me, tell me what you need.
Tell me what you need.
I will help you.
I will help you.
You don't have to be
You don't have to be
in the form of a helplessness
in the form of helplessness
in my hand.
in my hand.
You can tell me what you need.
You can tell me what you need.
Do you listen to anything? Anything?
Ma'am, the need of time or entertainment kind of,
Need of time.
or
Okay.
entertainment.
Matlab, it needs time and it needs entertainment. Matlab, it needs to relax. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Even though you can open your eyes.
Even,
Even though
even though
I have this helplessness
have this helplessness
in my hand,
in my hand,
it tells me
it tells me
that it needs time.
that it needs time.
It tells me
It tells me
to give time,
to give time,
to give some relaxation,
to give some relaxation,
to give some entertainment.
to give some entertainment.
It wants me to relax.
It wants me to relax.
Even though
Even though
I feel helpless,
I feel helpless,
I still choose to
I still choose to
heal and integrate
heal and integrate.
this part of me.
It's part of me.
I still choose to
I still choose to
love and accept myself.
love and accept myself.
On the top of your head, suppose somehow
Suppose somehow
I can get time
I can get time
and I can prepare for my exams as well.
and I can prepare for my exams as well.
Suppose somehow
Suppose somehow
I can give myself entertainment
I can give myself entertainment
and also
and also
write as much as is needed.
write as much as it needed.
Suppose somehow
Suppose somehow
I can transform
I can transform
this helplessness
this helplessness
into relaxation.
into relaxation.
Suppose somehow
Suppose somehow,
between these two fingers,
yes,
and you just rub your hand like this, okay? Suppose somehow
suppose somehow
I can transform
I can transform
this helplessness
this helplessness
into relaxation.
into relaxation.
Suppose somehow
Suppose somehow
I can have both.
it can help both.
I can have both.
I can have both.
I can have time.
I can have time.
I can entertain myself.
I can entertain myself.
And I can also be ready for my exams.
And I can also be ready for my exams.
Even though
Even though
I feel helpless,
I feel helpless,
I still choose to
I still choose to
heal and integrate
heal and integrate
this part of me.
this part of me.
I still choose to
I still choose to
love and accept myself.
love and accept myself.
Put both your hands here. Take a deep breath and blow out. Open your mouth, blow out the helplessness. Do this thrice, okay? Okay. Check your intensity. On a scale of 0 to 10, how do you feel now?
Ma'am, I'm ready for work again.
That's great. Still, I would still like you to assess and tell me what's the number that's coming to your head.
2.
2. Okay. Okay. Okay, Vardhana. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Such a beautiful, मतलब बहुत अच्छा लगा मुझे, बहुत ज़्यादा. Thank you, ma'am.
That's lovely. So I would now talk a little about EFT so that you understand what happened. Okay. 1 second. All of you can actually, I would rather say if you have any questions, you can ask, okay, in between only. I would change my mind to that. 1 second. Okay. So we just did the grounding activity and we just did the demo. Okay. So we will go to this slide where we'll understand what did we actually work on right now. Okay. All right. Okay. So how many of you already know about energy, body, aura? Just type a yes or just raise your hand. Just raise your hand. I would see. Is it none of you? 1 second. Okay. Very few. So I would tell you about it. Okay. So how I understand this in the very best manner is, so when you see a dead body, okay, when you see a dead body, you see that the entire body is in place. The organs are still there within the body after the moment of death. But there is something that leaves the body because of which the body is not operational anymore, right? So that particular energy or life force or prana, or as we call in Chinese medicine, ki or chi, that essential life force that governs us all the time, that leaves the body. And that is why, even though the body is lying there intact, but it still is not living. So we need to understand that there is an essential life force which governs us all the time. Okay. And energy is something which connects the body, mind, and spirit. It is connecting all the three, and that is why we say it as a holistic approach. EFT is for holistic living. What do you mean by holistic? Holistic is an approach which connects your body, mind, spirit, all three, because we are incomplete without any of this. Okay. There is an energy body which is surrounding us all the time. Okay. And while doing EFT, while tapping, what we are doing is we are working with this energy. Okay. So as you see that we have veins in the body. Veins are pipe-like structures. Okay. I will actually I will just come back to this slide later. I will want to interact with you more. Okay. So we have veins in the body, and these veins carry blood from one place to the other, right? These are pipe-like structures that carry blood from one place to the other. Okay. Similarly, there are pipe-like structures called meridians, which carry essential life force or energy throughout our body. Okay, it is exactly similar to veins, and according to traditional Chinese medicine, this is called meridians. These are meridians. So what do you understand by pipe? Okay, when we say pipe, it has opening on both sides. Okay, so the energy will pass through the pipe and will enter the body. For example, if this is the energy body and this is the pipe, it will enter from outside and it will enter in the body. Okay, and we have many meridians. The body has multiple meridians, many meridians which carry life force all the time. What happens is the flow of energy gets blocked every now and then, and as a result of the blockage, we feel stress, we feel helplessness, we feel pain, body ache, we feel all these things because essentially there has been a block somewhere. Now, how does this block happen? Okay, why does it get blocked? First, I will talk about why does it get blocked, and then we will talk about how do we break the block, how do we remove the block so that it can again pass on smoothly. Okay, so for example, I will give an example of an event. Okay, for example, if I witness a road accident. Okay, now if in this road accident I have a friend of mine, I'll get shocked. I'll be in a freeze position. You know, it will be a fight or flight mode immediately for me. But say if this doesn't have a friend of mine, I might be okay, and I might I might be able to deal with it without getting a freeze reaction within myself. Okay, so this freeze is actually a sensation in the body, right? For example, if someone shouts at you, or if you shout at someone, both scenarios, you will find a change in dynamic in the body, right? There is something in the body that changes, right? There is a feeling, there is a change. Why does that happen? Okay, why does that happen at all? For example, if I see a friend in an accident, I will be freezed, and there will be some blockage in the system which will not allow me to process this event in a constructive, productive way. Okay, I will immediately absorb the fear, and the absorption will, live in my body. Now this fear can take many forms in life. This fear can manifest itself in many forms in each individual person's life. Okay, for example, I might get hyperactive. I might develop a trait of becoming hyperactive and being very alert all the time. I might become anxious. I might become a control freak. There can be a lot of manifestations to this fear, but the important thing to understand is that anything that we experience as a symptom, it is a presenting issue. Okay, it will always lead us back to something which is the main issue. Okay, and as we see the fear which was absorbed when I was talking about the accident, if I absorbed the fear, that fear has blocked my pipe. Okay, now the life force, the energy which should have come smoothly to me, it cannot pass through the pipe because it is blocked by fear. For example, if you put an ice in the pipe, water will not flow, right? For example, say in cold countries, the drainage gets blocked, and they have to put a hammer on it. They have to put a hammer on the drainage, on the pipes, so that the ice breaks and the water can flow again. Similarly, in this process, when we tap, okay, it's like you can relate this to putting a hammer on the pipe. So when we tap on these points, while we express our emotions, what we do is we allow the block to release. We allow the emotion to release. We allow the emotion to dissolve, the fear to dissolve, so that the force can again flow smoothly into the entire system. Okay. So that is how we are working with the energy body when we are working with EFT. Okay. Many a times it has been observed that EFT, people may not believe in EFT, but if they work through EFT, the relief is instant. As we saw in the case of Vardhana today, that there can be things which are troubling us so much, but EFT is one tool which you can do with yourself. EFT is probably like it's one of the most powerful techniques for self work, because in other forms of therapy which I also practice, like inner child integration, regression, systemic constellation, those therapies cannot be done with yourself. But EFT is one tool which you can learn and practice with yourself and allow yourself to release these issues from your life. Okay, it is a consistent thing to do. Like I have been doing EFT consistently for my issues and I have found tremendous changes, and it has been very helpful for me personally. And even when I work with my clients, I have seen that its relief is instant. I find at times it's so instant. At times it takes time for people where the emotion is severely blocked. We need to work on it multiple times. But otherwise, on a day-to-day level, the issues that we face, we can immediately work on it and we will find the relief instantly. Okay. So I have two questions. I think I have answered Nidhi's question already. Okay, I'll come back to you, Nidhi. Okay, so I'll just start this. As you can see in this diagram here, there are multiple meridians in the body, right? And this is basically is what we discussed, how energy connects our body, mind, and spirit, what are meridians, and how an event leads to the energy block, how the movement of energy is blocked, and how it creates a dis-ease. So it's nothing but an uneasiness that you feel, right, in that moment. So disease is nothing but dis plus ease. So at times it results, it manifests itself into an emotional issue. At times it might result into a disease. It depends on the impact that your body has taken due to the event. Okay. Next, we go to the points that we were talking about. Okay. So I want all of you to just look at these points. Okay. And these are the points. These are the common.
Excuse me, ma'am. Your slide is not visible.
I know. So these are the points that was founded by Gary Craig. He's the founder of EFT. Okay. Before Gary Craig, actually this concept was derived and given by Roger Callahan. And what he did was he actually went into specific points for specific issues. And it was a little complicated for people like us to understand and apply on a day-to-day basis. So Gary Craig actually simplified it, and these are the 10 main points which if you learn and tap, for any issue, if you tap all these points, you will find there's a relief. Okay, these are the main points through which our meridians carry energy all the time. Is that okay? So I want all of you, can you please switch on your videos for this? Will that be okay? All of you, whoever can, please switch on your video. I would love to see. Okay, so I will show you all the points. Okay, this is the first point. This is the karate chop point. Okay, you can just tap with me. This is the first point. Okay, this is the second point, which is on the crown. So at times, how you can see it, like you can put your thumb in your ear, and the point where this finger meets, this is the point where you tap. Okay, like you can just take a measure, and this is the center. Okay, this is the second point. So you come here, your eyebrow, from where it starts, you tap here. So I'm using 2 fingers so that I don't miss the point. Okay, this is the third point. The fourth point is corner of your eye. You see a bone-like structure here, you observe it there, exactly there. Okay, the next point is below your eye. Okay, the next point is here, upper lips. The next point is here on your chin. The next point is here on your collarbone. So while tapping on your collarbone, you can use the fist so that you don't miss it. Okay, you can actually feel your collarbone here while you tap. Okay, there's another point which is here between the last 2 fingers. This is the gamut point. So we usually don't tap here, we just do this. Okay, just rub your hand here so that you don't miss it. There's another point, the last point, which is here. Okay, and we come back to the karate chop point. So as you all observed, these are the 10 points that I was talking about. These are the main 10 points that Gary Craig has spoken about. And if you tap on all the points while working on any issue, you will find a difference instantly. Okay. And you saw, as I was working with Vardhana, I was initially only working with this, right? I was not working with all the points. I was initially only working with this because the karate chop point is in itself a very powerful position. If at all you find all the points to be difficult initially, you can just tap on the karate chop. And initially, at least for a month or 2, I did only karate chop, and it was immensely beneficial for me. So you can just tap on the karate chop, and at times you don't even need to prepare anything. You can just start tapping and release your emotions. I feel this way, I feel that way, this is making me sad. Acha, and like then what happens if I get sad? I feel this is, anything that comes out of you, you just tap here and you start saying it. So why is this relevant is because while you tap and while you say, this combination is allowing the block to loosen up. It is allowing the block to dissolve itself. It is allowing the block to release itself so that the energy can again start flowing and you can feel better. Is that okay? Make sense? Okay. So these are the points that I was talking about. You can check here. This is the karate chop. This is the eyebrow one, side of the eye, under eye. This is under nose. This is your chin. This is your collarbone. This is your underarm point. This is top of your head. The gamut point is not here, which I showed, like which was here. So these are the relevant points. Okay. Okay. So Nidhi, can you come off mic and tell me what is your question exactly? Nidhi, can you hear me? Anviksha, I can, but I can't use mic. Okay. Okay, she.
Mic is not connected, I guess, because I cannot see it.
Okay, okay. So do we always have to follow the sequence and how long to tap on each point? Is there any other additional point by any other theorist? Okay. So these are the main points. First of all, these are the main points. And how long? So how long may I would say that if you're working on an issue, what I used to do is I used to get up every morning and tap for 5 minutes. Even if you do it for 5 minutes, but if you do it consistently, you will feel a difference. If you do it twice a day, it's really good. But even if you feel a resistance in working twice, I would say work once, sit for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Like 10 minutes is very good, 10-15 minutes is really good. But even if you don't feel like 10-15 minutes, give 5 minutes to it. Even in 5 minutes, you will feel something. Okay. So that is the answer for how long. So I have read by a lot of like in a lot of places that for how long to tap on each point is a minimum of 7. A lot of people say that you need to tap minimum of 7 times, but I go on a very intuitive level. Okay, I at times when I'm tapping, I feel a sensation in one point which is more than the other. So I start tapping on it more, and that is something which, as you practice, it will come intuitively to you. Okay. So do we always have to follow the sequence? So there is a way of doing EFT, and if you want to dig into it more, maybe you'll have to take it up and learn it. There is a setup. So like what I did with Vardhana, as you saw, as I used, it was a setup statement where we said, even though I feel helpless, I still choose to heal and integrate that part of me, and I still choose to love and accept myself. So this is one part. And as I was tapping on the other points, I was only using the main emotions. So yes, there are techniques to it, but you will need to learn it. You will need to take it up and learn it. Until then, you can just use it to express your emotions. You can tap and express your emotions. Okay. It can be used for all issues, as I said. Yeah, that's it. So this brings me to almost the end. So I would like to share the upcoming practitioner course. I'm sharing this particular course, which is taken up by Dr. Gaurav Deka. I find him to be one of the finest trainers, and I have worked with other trainers as well. So this is a detail for all of you if you are interested to learn more. Okay. Maybe I will share this particular detail with you and Viksha, and you can share it with anyone who
Yeah,
needs it.
sure, ma'am.
And this is for just, if any of you have queries, you can contact me, and you can visit the website www.drgauravdeka.com if you want to know more about him. You can also find him on social media. Cognial Healers Academy is the place where I work. It was founded by Dr. Gaurav Deka himself. So that's it. That brings me to an end. So tell me if you have any questions. Anviksha, you can check once.
Yes, ma'am. We have one question. It's from Maria. They ask, ma'am, can it be used as a grounding technique before starting the session with the client?
Yes, yes, you can. So, for example, if you're feeling nervous before a session with your client, or if you're feeling anxious, So this is also been used under the, so it's called under the table technique at times, you know. So in offices, people even use it under the table during meetings. So I had a client who used to be very anxious during meetings. So I told him to just, you know, put his hands down and tap on the karate chop. And he felt better during the meetings after that. So you can always use this whenever you feel anxious, nervous, and at times there are situations where you cannot tap on all the points, but karate chop is definitely accessible for you at all times. So you can use that and it will help you. So I hope that was clear. That was by Maria, right? Yeah.
We can have other questions. If anybody has, they can type it in the chat box and we'll take them.
Yeah. Acha, Vardhana, please have some water. Okay? Since
Yes.
So it's important to have some water as it allows the energy to channelize in a better way. So it's recommended that you drink water while you do EFT because you might also feel dry in your throat, in your mouth once you're doing EFT. You might feel sleepy, and if while doing EFT, if you get burps or if you get yawns, it's working for you. It's a good sign. So don't get disheartened. It's actually positive if you are yawning while working on, yourself. So I forgot to mention these points. I just remembered it's very relevant.
So, ma'am, there's one thing. Could you please share the details of the course and contact details with Shima ma'am on WhatsApp? Because then she'll send it to everyone who needs it.
Okay. I will do that.
As of now, we don't have any questions.
Actually, I can share the screen as well. You can take a picture if you want.
Yeah, definitely.
Can you do that? I'll
Yeah.
just share the screen. Here it is.
Ma'am, we have one more question. Nidhi asks, can this be done in group?
Can this be
done in group, in a group setting?
So Nidhi, first of all, for you to do this in a formal setting, you will need a practitioner course. Okay. And if you mean by group setting, like doing together in a group of friends or something like that, I think you can do that. If people are comfortable, you need to take consent of everyone and you need to see if all of them are feeling comfortable and, safe in that space. So that is up to you. If you are talking about the effectiveness of it, it is effective.
Someone has asked me privately. They say sometimes becoming pessimistic about situations is common. What points can be tapped on to maybe bring out ourselves out of that situation?
Sorry, sometimes. Can you repeat it? And
Yeah, sure. Sometimes becoming pessimistic about situation is common. What points can be tapped onto maybe bring out ourselves out of that situation?
so if you feel pessimistic, you first start tapping on karate chop itself and you start saying, even though I feel pessimistic, even though I feel negative about everything, even though this situation is bringing the negative side out of me, I still choose to heal and integrate this side of me, and I still choose to love and accept myself. And while you are saying this, ask yourself, what are the other emotions that are coming out of it? What are you feeling when you are negative? How does that make you feel? Ask yourself, how does it make you feel? And you will get an answer. You start tapping on that. Even though, being pessimistic is making me feel bad, it's making me feel low about myself, making me feel very shameful. It's making me feel anything that might come within you, from you. So you start questioning yourself and dig deeper and start tapping. So that's how we uncover the layers. What we get as an immediate reaction is something which has a lot of underlying layers. If we start questioning, we will get the other emotions and feelings attached to it. So that is the idea. While you tap, you see yourself, observe yourself. And as the energy releases, you will also get, more, you will get more connected to yourself. You will see that happening with yourself. Anything else?
As of now, we don't have any more questions. Yeah, Maria has one thing. Do we have to say it loud or can we say silently to ourselves too?
So Maria, it's good to say it out loud. Okay, it's how it becomes strong within us as well. Because as as we are so much into thinking, we are thinking beings. We have become thinking beings, though we are essentially feeling beings. We are not thinking beings. We need to get in touch with our feelings. But since we are so much into the thinking world, saying it out loud helps you to get away from that thinking world for once. So if you are in a situation where saying it out loud is not possible, you can say it to yourself and tap. It will still work for you. But for it to work better, and so that you don't have to digress yourself into the thinking pattern, you can say it out loud. So it is good if you say it out loud. Okay. We can wait for 2 minutes if there is any other question.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll just have some water.
Ma'am, I have one more question.
Yes, yes, please tell me.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask, like, can we do this before starting? When we have to, suppose we have our exam, or we have something which is very important to us, or sometimes a match, for example. So, can we do this before, starting that, when we are, in so much in anxiety and all? So, that's what, if you know what I mean.
Yes, you definitely can. For example, I applied, it's like one of my clients wanted to do EFT with me because he was very tense for his interview the next day. Okay.
Yeah.
And it was a intensity of 9 on 10. He was very anxious. Okay. So we worked on it. We did the entire round. So we understood what is this anxiety. The anxiety was the presenting issue, Maria. Okay. Whenever you feel anxious or you feel nervous, there is a lot of underlying emotions which are playing for you to feel that. Okay. So if you just tap and if you just start acknowledging, just simple acknowledgement. What I worked with him was a little more professional, where we went into, uncovering all the layers of how is it coming up so bad for him. But for situations, go-to situations is what I think you're asking, right? Like
Yes, ma'am.
where you don't formally sit and work for it. For a go-to situation, you can definitely just start acknowledging, I feel anxious, even though I feel so anxious. So you can just use this setup statement where you say even though, and then you say the phrase whatever you feel.
Okay, ma'am.
Even though I feel, so I will write this down for all of you.
Yeah, ma'am. It's better.
I will write this phrase down. Okay. Even though
So, ma'am, my question was reference to, before my matches, I'm a sports player. So, before my matches, I often become very anxious, before entering that situation. And, I have these thoughts that, oh my God, what will I do? What will happen if it goes down the drain?
hmm.
So, it's with reference to that. So, that's why I'm asking.
so so it's a fear of failure is what I understand.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, and as you said, it would go down the drain. It's simply fear of failure. So,
Yeah.
what happens is before a match, so I will educate you a little on this, okay? I will try to educate you a little and then I will tell.
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
What happens is before the match, this anxiety or this fear, which was maybe playing a small role till last night, it became very prominent as the moment of the match arrived.
Yes, yes.
So, what happens is the fear starts becoming larger and larger within us. Okay? As the moment arrives, it starts becoming bigger and bigger and it takes over the whole personality of what we are. Okay?
Yeah.
So, as we acknowledge them, as we start acknowledging, say before the match, you say, I feel so anxious. I am
Yes.
having this fear of failure. What if
Yes.
it goes down the drain? What will happen to all of my effort? What will happen? I'm feeling very scared. You just start acknowledging and you say that I know that this fear is a part of me and it is not the whole of me. And you start saying this continuously. I know it is a part of me, it's not the whole of me. It's a part of me, it's not the whole of me. Once you start saying this, you will start feeling that it is subsiding. Okay? At times, simple acknowledgement is what we need to feel better, Maria. And it
Yes,
is
ma'am.
a very simple thing which we fail to realize, but it's a fact. So, what helps is for go to situations, simply acknowledge what you feel instead of letting it rule you from within.
Yeah, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay? Okay. Thank you.
Ma'am, we have a few questions here. Uh, Princey asks, what if we get distracted a lot in our thoughts while doing this?
So, saying it out loud is one thing which helps. If you say it out loud, you listen to your voice and you will not have outlet to listen to your thoughts at that time. So saying it out loud is actually helps for you to not get lost in the thought world. If you get lost, you can start tapping on that too. Even though I'm getting lost in my thoughts, I still choose to heal and integrate this part of me, this lost part of me, and I still choose to love and accept myself. Acknowledge that also. So I hope you understand like what I'm saying, that if you get digressed, you simply tap on that as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, One more question from Nidhi. Any counterindications like migraine, diabetes, or gastric problems?
What do you mean by sorry?
I
What
think
what do
by
you
counterindications maybe means that side effects.
no. You can work for migraine and you can work for these things. It
So,
can
I think she wanted to say contraindications, which means any indications where you should not use this therapy.
no, not at all. It's used for everything that can bother you, and so this is a complementary form of work. When I say that it can be used for everything, I want all of you to understand that I'm not saying that you will not listen to your physician or you will not listen to your medical doctor. Even Dr. Gaurav Deka, who is my mentor, is also a medical doctor. So the thing is, you need to understand that at times as we use EFT to complement, it allows us to feel a instant relief. Even people with chronic diseases have found EFT to be very effective. There's a book called Even Though I Have Cancer, which is the story of someone who has worked through EFT all through the period of cancer and has survived and has overcome it. So you can also check that and you can read more about EFT. You can find a lot of material on EFT on Gary Craig's website as well, and it will really help you.
Sure, ma'am. The next question is this good to do after eating and before sleeping?
Yeah, anytime. EFT is good to do at any time.
Next is Ashna asks, what about if someone starts to show symptoms of panic attack? Will it be effective?
Yes. I have worked on my panic with using EFT. Like I remember it's about 2 years ago when I was dealing with severe clinical depression, and I started working using different techniques to help myself. Okay, so whenever I used to feel panic, I used to tap on it. I used to start tapping. So there can be cases where people will not be ready, and someone will feel a lot of resistance in tapping. So in that case, you need to go for a personal session. You need to get a professional guidance, because at times we don't feel self-equipped to work on ourselves. So for such cases, please consult someone who can help you. But if you feel that yes, you can work with yourself, you can start expressing your emotions. Even though I'm feeling extreme panic right now, I still choose to heal and integrate this panic side of me. And I still choose to love and accept myself. And just close your eyes and see where in the body is the panic, which part of the body is the panic residing in, and then start tapping on that. Even though I have panic in my stomach, even though I have panic in my hand, so you will always find that any emotion will be catering, will be there in some part of your body, because your whole is not impacted by one thing in life, right? It becomes bigger. But if you start delayering and understanding, you will see that each issue is a part of you. That issue is not the whole of your life. So when we start simply acknowledging that, I know I'm feeling a lot of panic, but this is a part of me. I know this is a part of me. This is not the whole of me. Even though it is seeming so big right now, I still choose to heal and integrate. So if you start doing this multiple times, it helps. Any situation, any situation.
The last question that we have here is, can you say this in Hindi? I like to work in regional language too.
So yes, this can be used in Hindi. For example, हालांकि, even though it's हालांकि, हालांकि मुझे बहुत स्ट्रेस, सॉरी आई डोंट नो स्ट्रेस का हिंदी, हालांकि मुझे बहुत दर्द हो रहा है, हालांकि मुझे बहुत तकलीफ हो रही है, मुझे जो भी फीलिंग है, वट एवर यू फील, हालांकि मुझे अच्छा नहीं लग रहा, फिर भी मैं खुद को पूर्ण रूप से स्वीकार करती हूँ और खुद को प्यार करती हूँ. So you use Hindi aram se for this, and you express your emotions. So you can start with halaki and it will come to you.
Okay, I want to ask, it's my own problem. That's before any kind of presentation or something, normally I'm very quiet type of person. I don't like to say things out loud.
Right.
And I don't normally speak that much.
Mm-hmm.
So during any kind of presentation, suddenly I feel like hyperventilating, and I normally start to talk out loud, very loud actually.
Okay.
So it regularly happens with me, and even when I started counseling, now I've started counseling now, this counseling thing, it is just opposite of my personality.
Okay.
So I don't like to interact with people more. With few people, with few close people, I can interact actually, but with other people, it is very difficult for me to interact on daily basis. And when I chose this counseling process, and when I actually started to counsel people, it started to take toll on me.
Okay.
About their stories. And I used to be a cancer genetic counselor when I used to be a trainee. So they showed varied kind of emotions. So that literally starts to take toll on me for consecutively 3 to 4 months when I was counseling. So I want to ask how much this will be effective in a long run, because now I have become a counselor, certified counselor. Now I'm feeling like, will I be able to counsel people nicely if I start to feel like this?
So there are multiple aspects in your question, and what is the one thing that you want to know first? Will this be effective? When you say will this be effective, do you mean that will you doing EFT be effective? What is your question?
Will I doing EFT to calm myself down first?
Right.
To make other understand, I should be calm myself, right?
Right.
So will it calm myself down, or will it be effective just before doing any counseling session? or just any situation?
So it is very effective. EFT is really effective, but you need to understand that while we tap, we also need to know the underlying emotion. Okay, I am not sure if each one of you will be able to uncover the root behind your issue, but as a go-to mechanism, just maybe before your session, if you tap for 5-10 minutes, you will instantly feel a difference. You will instantly feel a sense of you will feel better. You will feel better. I don't know like if you will feel absolutely fine, but you will feel better. And when you say that I start feeling anxious, whatever your feelings are, simply acknowledge them before you enter a session. What you face with your clients or the people you work with is a boundary issue, where you absorb their emotions, where you absorb their energy, maybe because you're an empath, or maybe because you start identifying with them. I don't know, but there can be a lot of scenarios because of which it's difficult for you to maintain a healthy boundary and let their story be theirs and your story be yours. Okay, so that is something which you will need to work on, to understand why is it that that healthy boundary is not there. And it is something which every healer and counselor undergoes, is what I have seen in my experience. Once you start working with people, there is a phase with everyone where you start identifying with the stories of your client and you start feeling heavy, and it is a process through which you transform yourself. So be there, I would say, be there and work on yourself. See what is it that is not letting you create that boundary. Learn about boundaries. So, and while you are doing this, you can tap that, even though I am unable to maintain a healthy boundary right now, I'm identifying with my client's stories, I'm identifying with their emotions, I still choose to heal and integrate this part of me. So you simply acknowledge everything that is happening with you and you see a difference instantly. The idea is, if you can truly see what is happening with you, okay, it is difficult. It sounds it's not that easy, but if you sit with yourself, set an intention, you will definitely see something coming up.
With that, I would also like to add one more thing, Shruti. So, Ashna, I think you brought a brilliant point in this entire interaction, the aspect of counselor mental health. What you just spoke about, and like Shruti mentioned, sometimes when we are deeply involved in the session, we may start relating and just start relating with the stories of our clients, and that really impacts us. And it's not something which is happening just with you, it happens with most of us, and it's absolutely okay. So do not worry about that. And that's the reason why it is important for us to also take a detox, take a break, have a therapy session for ourselves. And I think this technique that Shruti has spoken about today, EFT, she's only given you all a glimpse of it. So do not think that now you're trained in EFT and you can perform EFT on yourself. What you're doing is you're probably going to calm yourself and you probably are getting in touch with yourself. But if you want to really get a EFT based therapeutic essence of, the concern that you shared today, probably you can get in touch with Shruti, and she will help you, in fact, through EFT, understand the underlying implications of it and how you can work well. You can, in fact, if you have a supervisor, you can go talk to them, vent out. There are a lot of things that can be catered to. It's absolutely all right if you're relating to your clients, but you need to work on that. And how is something you and your supervisor and you and your therapist will have to work on together, right?
True. Thank you so much for adding to it.
I just like to mention one more thing. Throughout the session, it was going on my another. I was in another world because I am a Naruto fan. And when you're explaining meridian thing, I was literally thinking about chakra points, chakra points. Then when you started to explain this whole technique, I was like, oh, I could go ninja on my illness or disease or any kind of thing. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for this.
Thank you so
I've actually made an observation today. I have not seen Ashna speak so much in any of the sessions. So I'm very happy you brought that site in front of me, Shruti. Thank you so much for that.
much.
So, and thank you everyone for joining us for this lovely session and being so interactive. Shruti, how was your experience?
It was really nice. I feel really good. I find people to be so interactive. And thank you, Vardhana, for being such a sport. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anviksha, and all of you for making this such a wonderful experience for me. I'm glad. Thank you.
Thanks to you, ma'am, for giving us such an informative session and such an experiential session. We have few feedbacks on the chat box as well. Vardhana says, thank you, ma'am, for such a creative session. And actually, I feel blessed to have this session when I was in need. And Amit says, thank you for the informative session.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Sugandhi. Thank you. And stress is tanav. Thank you, Servil. Stress is tanav.
That really reiterates the importance of us, all of us, knowing certain words in Hindi. Like I remember when I was asked to do an interview in Hindi and I had to think about words like adolescence being Kishoravastha, and I told my mom was like, hey, I didn't even know that. So please be sure that you know words like what is depression, what is sadness, stress. All these terms in Hindi will play a very important role. There is something from Maria which I want to read it out loud. She says, thank you, ma'am. We'll definitely try karate chop. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you all tomorrow now. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks.